All right, we are back. This is Crossfire with Dakwa Anishoma, and we have been talking about trending stories and issues that are making headlines. And so we went on that break talking about Buhari's, the report, the interim report of the Transition Committee. Like we were saying, Ishoma, a party A and a party B were told to go and sit down and come up with a report of the state of the nation, exactly, bordering around the state of the nation, where we are in this particular sector, what is happening there, give us the current status of Nigeria's economy, and then the financial position of the nation, and who is owing us, who are we owing, how much are we owing,
what is
the plan, what project,
how much have we spent?
And all of that. I would have expected, like Cyril said, it's his candid opinion. I seems to share his thought. Share not because I totally agree with him, but I'm simply saying that, the PDP government may likely have a plan. Maybe it's been delayed because they have a lot of things to write. Maybe the committee, the constituent of the committee do not even particularly have a clue as to what is happening, and so it's delaying their report. But let's take this call. Good morning, Wise.
Good morning, Mr. Dakpo. How are you today?
Hi,
I'm very well, thank you.
Isioma, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Wise.
How are you?
Very well.
Fine, thank you. And you?
Okay, thank you very much for this conversation this morning. First, I want to say thank you to Cyril that called a while ago, because he spoke out in my heart concerning your opinions about the issues we are discussing. But just one question I would like to ask is, handing over a report, when do you submit it?
I think.
Are you asking
I'm asking you.
I'm
asking you because you're already quick to accuse the outgoing. You're already quick to accuse the outgoing government for not permitting handing over report.
No.
When do you submit it?
I want to respond.
Yes.
I think a week to hand over is fair. That's my opinion. You don't need to agree with me.
Mine should be at least sufficiently 2 weeks before to give the incoming administration time to study, time
according
to raise
to the Nigerian
questions.
Constitution. Is there a law to that?
It's common sense.
No, it's not because common sense does not apply in everything.
The law of accountability.
We are all people in a corporate society. If a new chairman of a company is changed, it is at the day the guy resumes office, he gets an handover report. And that is how it's done. So I think we should be discreet and more, what do you call it now? What's the word? More balanced in our arguments and conversations.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Wise. Well, of course, we all differ.
Thank you very much.
We all differ on opinions.
Yes, anyway.
But then, because if we're looking at it from the enormity of the issues that the nation is being faced with, and also because the APC, led government, that's the incoming administration, they want to start running from May 30th at most. So if you're going to submit your handover report to them on May 28th, and there are some issues which do not correspond, some figures, how would they be able to present their questions to the outgoing government?
Let's take this call, Ishoma. Yusuf, good morning. Hello, Yusuf, are you there? All right. Now my position, Ishoma, is this. Now, on this particular issue, especially as it borders around the report, the president-elect responded when he received the report yesterday, and he said, see, we are not doing this to indict your office. We are not doing this to make you feel that you are not being competent to bring up a report to us before the handover date. Now, the outgoing government never said to the incoming one that we will not give you a report. Now, it's a different thing if Jonathan administration and the committee set up for the transition proper are saying, we don't have a report to give to you. Now, they have never said that. If in anticipation of being able to, hit the track from day one, okay, let's take this before I continue. Yusuf, good morning. Okay, we lost that call. Now, like I was saying, it is one, like Wise just said, And for me, it's not, I mean, it made sense. I can always bring sense out of your opinion, and I can decide to bring nonsense out of it. It is my right to be able to access or analyze your opinion and pick, loopholes from it. Just like, I mean, our own analysis in the studio, they are picking holes in it. Cyril has called, he's not comfortable with, our analysis. Wise has called, he's not comfortable with the analysis. But the truth remains that you and I and every Nigerian are expecting that there will be a cooperation from the outgoing government with the ingoing government by making information available. When you are keeping me in the dark and I'm taking over from you, you are putting me in a very bad situation. I don't have an idea of where I'm going. I don't have an idea of what you have done and what you did not do. All I am asking is that give me pointers. Give me things to begin to ponder on. Give me an idea of what is happening in Nigeria. That's what we're saying. You can even make it to come in batches. And then you can have addendum and corridendums. You can say, okay, take this one and begin to digest it while we give you more information. You understand? Okay, let's take this call from Yusuf. Good morning, Yusuf.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine.
All right, thanks for calling into the show. Let's have your thought.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yusuf.
Fine.
Can you just put down the volume of your TV set, please?
My contribution is about the...
Can you tune down the volume of your TV set?
Issue in Ado-Ekiti.
Hello, Yusuf.
Okay.
And my contribution is about the issue in Ado-Ekiti.
Okay.
Please, I want to say that this is a very good...
I think the network from that area is not so good. So like I was saying, Ishoma, it is, I mean, like you said, this is a law of common sense. I am coming, let's not see this like a private sector thing or like an employment place. We're talking about Nigeria as an entity. We're talking about a nation that is in crisis. We're talking about an economy
that is almost grounded.
Exactly. We're talking about a nation.
For how long shall we continue to sleep on what is right, on what should be done, on time?
Now, let me tell you something. It will be very bad if anybody is taking this opinion and our position on this show as being biased. I am not anybody. I'm a pro-Nigerian. I mean, and you know that my position. In fact, if there's any position that I've taken and I'll be very strong about it over time, is in defense of the outgoing government.
Very true.
And everybody knows on this show.
I give that to you.
Exactly. So if I come up on this show and I'm feeling uncomfortable about the position, especially as it has to do with transition, I am just thinking, make this information available. Don't give me an opportunity to begin to assume, and don't give me an opportunity to begin to...
Body language is very important.
Exactly, it's very key. It's very key.
Very important.
What is happening in the oil and gas sector? Let us know what is happening in the power sector. Let us know what is happening, in almost all in the agri sector where the PDP government has claimed that they have done fantastically well. We're not talking. I'm not going to hit fertilizer. I want to do agri as a business. I want to go into it and be able to support the Nigerian GDP, and at the same time, as a businessman, I want to be able to prosper as an agric person or somebody who is practicing or who is engaged in agric as a business. I want to make money. I want to succeed. So I am not anti-Jonathan administration. Neither am I, on the side of the incoming government. I am just being neutral here, and I'm saying, why are you not making information available and make it available on time? If you don't give me that report on time, I have every right to begin to feel you want to give me an half-baked information, and you don't want to give me on time because you don't want me to start picking loopholes in the report you want to submit to me. Give me enough time. Give me enough time to read through the report. Give me enough time to be able to analyze it. Give me enough time to be able to make one comment or the other, or ask for more information where it's necessary.
Or even raise up questions.
All right, welcome back again, Wise. I think you have an unfinished business. Oh, okay. Please, Wise, call us back. We want to hear from you. So what I am saying is that, see, if the committee set up by the incoming government have tried to get information and they are putting it together. Believe you me, I love the word interim. It is interim, it is not final, because you still have to compare it with what the outgoing government will eventually submit. Even if they like, let them submit it and say we are compiling it on the first day of June, on the second day of June, and all of that. I know that General Muhammadu Buhari, retired General Muhammad, the president-elect, will not in any way begin to fight. Why will he respond to the report yesterday and saying, hey, don't get agitated over this interim report? It is not to indict you. It is not to make you feel uncomfortable. It is just that my committee, or the committee set up by the incoming government, is busy. They want to fly. They want to work. They want to go ahead and do and succeed in the responsibility that you have given them.
Isn't that what Nigerians want? The Nigerians want to.
If Cyril and Wise have been part of this committee, I believe very strongly that they will support. All right, Mr. Cyril, please don't fight me. Just make your comments.
Hello.
Hello, Cyril. Are you there?
Yeah, we're still together.
All right.
The thing is this: what makes some of us uncomfortable is this.
Okay.
First, if a company is operating,
yes,
when do you even publish the financial report of the company? Is it before the end of the financial year, or at the end of the or after the end of the financial year? When you have a full view of what has gone on. Just hold on. 1, 2. What happens in U.S.?
Okay.
Is it what you are requesting here?
U.S. is
Where
not in
in the world? Hello, sorry, please. Where in the world does this happen? You see, there is something very interesting in Nigeria, and it is that today we have so many who have opinions. Opinions that have never been tested before.
Really? Okay.
Governance is not a light matter. Now, all the states, you tell me, all the states that where buttons are changing, how many of them have even set up any transition this time? Now, a team is working, and then part of that team, the group that owns that team comes up with a report. How did they come up with the report? Did they carry out a forensic audit of the affairs of the government? Where did they get the information from? That is what I'm telling you. Okay. You are assuming that what Ahmed Joda is giving to Nigeria, to the incoming president, in fact, is not things that they have gathered from the joint meetings they have been having. And then you go on to make a mountain out of a molehill. I don't think you need to go the direction you're going.
I don't think you've read the story.
Oh,
if you have, you
thank
won't be taking this position.
All right, thank you, Cyril.
Come on.
All right, let's take this call from Usman. Usman, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome back to CROSSFIRE.
Good morning. This is Usman.
Welcome back. Can we hear your thoughts?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah,
hello, Usman, we can hear you. Oh, okay.
Okay, please try and call
No, I don't want a situation. I don't want a situation.
This is practical understanding now. Nigeria we shouldn't, at this point in time, I think it's best if we stop comparing Nigeria with the United States of America. The United States of America is different now because they're not experiencing the kind of
basis?
issues
Do you know how whole democracy is in the United States?
And things are done well with caution, with the law of common sense. But now we're talking about a country that is in dire need for salvaging. And we've seen the efforts of the incoming administration that they know that this country, we need to salvage this country as soon as possible. Not for their own selfish interest, but for you and I's interest. Because the truth is, they have all what it takes, all the financial willpower to relocate to any other country. But because of the love they have for this country, they are ready to stake it all to restore this nation. And they're asking for simple information for them to compare, for them to sit down and work with the incoming, with the outgoing, administration to better this nation. If you have read or if you watched, during the handover of the notes which the transition committee, you will have heard all what was said. And from everything they said, it has clearly shown that they had no support from the outgoing government. Isn't that what we're coming out here to debate on, Mr. Cyril and Mr. Wise? So if you have an issue with that, I think then sorry,
I told you.
This is the law of common sense.
The position Cyril and Wise have taken, it's not totally different from my opinion. It is not. And I need them to understand that. But okay, we'll throw more light on this.
Right now.
We'll throw more light on this. Let's go on a break now. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. We'll be right back. On Crossfire, and it's really getting very hot. Today, they've taken the ball completely out of the studio, and we have been receiving very serious bashing,
so
from our callers. So it's Crossfire between us today and our callers. I'm enjoying Cyril, very balanced opinion. I'm enjoying Wise, very balanced opinion. And I tell you very sincerely, this is what the show is all about. You don't need to agree with us. We don't need to agree with you, and that's what makes it a Crossfire.
And that's what makes us different individuals.
Exactly. Now, anyway, like I said earlier on, this is an interim report. Without having to dwell so much on what Wise and Cyril have said, this probably is a constituent or the information gathered in this report. Because if you look at it objectively and you stay from afar, where will the incoming committee set up? Where and how have they been able to put up the information they are presenting to the incoming government? How? If they have not met with ministers, if you have not spoken with ministries, are they just going to sit aloof and be forecasting what the content of this report is going to be? Obviously, maybe from one meeting or two, they have feelers and they build, on it in one way or the other. There may be a lot of assumptions, there may be a lot of confirmed information, and all of that.
Well, now, answer what he said.
Yeah.
Now, he said, and I'm saying what he said as reported, that he complained that the government committee headed by the vice president refused to provide them with information.
Let's try if we can get this call from Yusuf.
From what he said.
Good morning, Yusuf. Hello, Yusuf, Are you there?
I'm there. Good morning.
Good morning,
all right, good
sir.
morning.
Yeah, can I continue now?
Yes, please.
Please do.
Yeah, good morning. My contribution... I'm there. My contribution is... Good morning.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, my contribution is to advise Nigerians to always elect a very gentle somebody. Mm-hmm. They should not elect somebody like Fayose again.
Okay, that's on the Ekiti matter.
Nigeria should not elect somebody like Fayose again. Fayose is behaving like a street boy. He has no respect for human being, and he has no respect for anybody, both Buhari. It's too bad for him.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf, for your opinions.
Mr. Yusuf, thank you so...
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your opinions.
Thank you so very much. Okay, my friend is back. Wise, let's speak in wisdom. Please go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Good morning, Dapo again.
How are you?
Welcome again.
Thank you. I think this is my opinion on what we're saying about the handover report. I'm sure I didn't make it very clear in my first time I called.
Okay.
The opinion is this: before we start asking the outgoing administration to give us a handover report, which is normal to submit a handover report.
Yeah.
Do we have a constitutional backing on when it should be submitted?
Okay.
This is what we should look at. This is what we should look at as a nation to avoid such a thing.
Okay.
Immediately after election, if there was a constitutional backing saying in 2 weeks, 3 weeks to transition point, you submit a report, they will do something about it. But when there is no law to that, I can try to submit this report 2 months after handing over, and you don't have any guns on my neck to ensure I do it. So, and I think we should look at our constitution because it has a lot to do with the future.
Well,
Thank you.
I'm also sure, thank you, Mr. White, but I'm also sure that our constitution, there are some certain provisions that need serious amendment. The fact that the constitution does not give it is a definitive time frame for some certain issues like on security, on how quickly they should be addressed, doesn't mean we should sleep on it and use 6 years to address security issues. So, I mean, that's why I said, even though the Constitution may not provide some certain laws on this, but then the law of common sense should always be applicable on certain issues. But then let's take this call. Deborah is calling us from Abuja. Good morning, Deborah.
Hello, Deborah.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to CROSSFIRE.
Very well.
Yeah, hello.
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you are doing. You are
Thank you.
Really, really speaking the voices of the voice of the common man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, this is a good thing. I want to say that Nigeria has to move away from this impunity. Leadership, treating this country or treating the people of this nation with impunity. I think it's still that impunity that has extended to the refusal of the failure of the transition committee, if I will put it that way. Because I don't see anything wrong in you. In my own, if put me in Jonathan's position, I will be eager to even give that report to the incoming administration. Give it to them in good time.
All right.
It's just that people have a lot to hide. So much skeleton in our cupboard, and that is the reason why you find things going on this way.
Thank you so very much. Balanced opinion. We appreciate your call.
Thank you so
now, let me say this to you.
The law of common sense
we don't have time. Now, we don't even have time. I remembered, if I'm not mistaken, I think shortly after the elections, and they knew that, okay, he was going to leave the office. I remembered President Goodluck Jonathan telling all the ministers and the ministries he said, go ahead and make your report available by the 20th of April. He said, I will bring, information, to clear the air on this, okay? But I know he told the ministers, he said, by the 20th of April, make your handover notes available.
And how long will the incoming administration have to study it?
That is well over 1 month.
How long will it, what if they even have questions? Will they not begin to chase you around the country to ask you, okay, look, well, we believe Nigeria will be great again.
Anyway,
we're looking forward to things being done properly.
We definitely, on this show, we bring clarity and we bring, various opinions, and we differ. Sometimes we agree, and we love the position that you are taking. This show is not, any information coming from this show is not to be taken hook, line, and sinker. Come against us. If you follow us, we'll follow you bumper to bumper, like Betana used to sing, and all of that. And we enjoy all the contribution, from our viewers. And we want to say very, very big thank you to Cyril and Wise today,
especially. Thank you so much.
We wish you that you,
both of you.
that you have a very lovely weekend.
Yusuf, Alex, and every other person.
But I want Cyril and Wise to go and check the instruction of President Goodluck Jonathan on handover notes. He said 20th of April. That make your handover notes available by the 20th of April. I can remember that I read that very, very clearly. All right, we want to say a very big thank you to everybody who have been a part of our show, from the producer and to everybody who supported us. Thank you, Ishoma.
Thank you, and have a beautiful Friday.
Have a lovely weekend.